following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
I don't like that everyone is siding with him either.
Oh, yeah, I also am totally invested in... What are we talking about? Something about mutants?
Bazooka Cop.
Oh, his mustache is neat. I kind of don't like how he keeps blowing everything up with bazookas, though. Why do they let that happen?
Exactly.
But I'll forgive him because of the mustache.
What?
Mustaches are great. You know, apparently you can get free rides. Oh god, I just realized what that is.
I'm going to class.
Yeah,
I'll join you.
You're going to class half an hour early?
Well, I mean, we must, because the thing only opened at 8. We can't have been here no minutes.
You found a way? Alright, you go to etiquette protocol. There's Helena Frost Bear with a big stack of papers. Alright. Come on, everyone, come in. Sit down.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Clay, I have a desk reserved for you up front here. Right here.
Thank you.
Mr. Strong, I have a desk right beside him for you.
Okay.
Everyone else, please sit on the far side of the class.
I'm going to just lean into Albert as I'm heading towards the far side of the class and go, cone of ignorance.
Danger zone.
You can build your own.
Today we're
code.
going to engage in a little exercise that I am assured is going to teach you so very much. These two members of class are now Jews for the purposes of the exercise.
Whoa.
And this side of the class are now Nazis.
Oh,
No.
I'm not comfortable.
How do you do,
No.
Mr. Strongerman?
Can I be a Jew instead?
No, I'm afraid not.
No.
Just trying to appropriate our culture. Am I a black Jew?
Yes.
Okay. They have those?
Roxanne Emery, please step forward.
Step forward, reluctantly.
In the role of a Nazi official, what do you think your superiors would do prior to the war being declared with these two people?
How prior to the war being... I assume you mean World War II. How prior?
Immediately?
Start rounding them up.
Would you do that?
Okay, for the purposes of education, but can I note that I object to this?
So noted.
Okay, you two. Yeah, you're already together, rounded up. That just doesn't really help. Get in the van or whatever it is.
Nope. I'm sorry, good madam. I have my practice that I must attend to, being a brain surgeon. And I must attend to my bank.
You have to listen to what the authoritarian Nazi regime says, and I mean the German party. I don't know what they call themselves.
That was the state, and the state is never wrong.
The state is never wrong, so you don't argue with the state.
I will
Get in line.
have you know I am in good authority with the state, and I know powerful people. Yeah, I fund the state myself.
Well, the state's never wrong, and it's telling you what to do. Don't argue, or you will be shot. I know they said that little while. They said turning around.
I'd like to stop this exercise here. Any of this feel very familiar, Roxanne? Like these words that are coming out of your mouth sound familiar to you at all? Like you say them a lot?
No.
We just gotta do what the government says. They're never wrong about anything.
Oh shit.
Well, Well, that's different. That's the U.S. government.
The point of this lesson, my dear, is that no matter how well-intentioned it may be, absolutism can lead to some very horrible outcomes.
You're not saying America's like the Nazis, are you? 'Cause that'd be treasonous.
I'm saying it is possible for people to become that way through absolute, unthinking adherence to authority. The purpose of today's class will be critical thinking, analyzing an order given, and determining whether it is appropriate to ignore it or not. That's why this class is so honkin' long. I'm not going to step through this, but you guys get some class. You can roll your awareness to see how, if you absorb the valuable lessons of identifying when authorities are going a bit too far and when to question or ignore certain orders. This is something Roxanne's familiar with, the old illegal order thing. This might be difficult for Bonnie, who's used to absolute obedience.
Yep, I got 5.
Oof.
You would
Yeah, what do I add to this? Anything?
Nothing.
Awareness.
Awareness, yeah.
Awareness.
you would think Derek would be better at disobedience, but he also got a 12.
Oh dear God, we suck.
We've fallen into our roles too much.
That's alright, this can be difficult to absorb. I'm surprised some of you don't quite understand this concept. But I'm afraid, Mr. Strong, that just always resist and disobey is not really an option.
Oh.
Don't worry, I will schedule additional classes in this. It is a complicated subject to go over.
Crap.
Oh no, don't be like them.
Oh.
Unless it's Baz.
That son of a bitch. Invading my lessons as well. I'll kill him. I mean, I won't kill him.
Well, you have 5 minutes before your next class. Practical skills.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of this.
I do.
Maybe it's like cooking. Or...
Oh god, no, not practical skills. I'm no good at that. I'm useless at anything that's helpful to people. No, Derek. You're really helpful to us all the time. Well, that's nice of you to say.
I mean, you are very helpful. You're like half to a third of our total command structure. Hey, Derek, what it's like, what are you used to do? On mission, it's like, Dex, what's going on?
Yeah, that's true. It is actually a pain in the ass when we can't get a hold of you. But I imagine it was probably having all that money and
That wasn't a
fame
slight.
that meant,
that
other
wasn't
people
a slight,
cooked and
Roxanne.
cleaned for you.
We ask Dex when we want to know what's going on. We ask you when you want to tell us what to do.
I mean, he is the psychic. So, what's our
Practical skills.
for today?
Who the fuck is taking this class? Oh wait, I think I know. I think I know. Oh, I am right. It's Tara. Hey everyone, guess who's useful?
Hey!
Yeah, it was this one I think. Okay, so practical skills. We don't actually expect you to become really good at this. But you need to know a little bit about certain things because, occasionally you will be posing as a plumber or a carpenter or a serviceman. So you kind of need to be able to talk a little shop and do some things. Also, it's an opportunity to make some stuff. Well, I thought we'd start out with carpentry so we could maybe, by the end of the class, make little boxes or something and you could put some stuff in it. This is what the boys had to do while all the girls were learning to cook and sew, right? Oh, we'll be doing that too. It's like high school. I am a secret government high schooler.
Well, this would be great. It's just like shop.
Yeah, it's what I was just complaining about.
Yeah, now you get to do the thing.
And it's like, oh god, I knew I shouldn't have dropped out of high school.
It's easy. It comes naturally.
Well, anyway, so today we're going to be making little boxes. Now, thanks to the Running Deer Administration's closer oversight, here are the tools we will be using. So we've got our safety snips for cutting the wood,
What? That one cut the wood.
and the kitty safe foam nails.
This will be more difficult than I anticipated. For everyone else.
For those of us that can make better tools, are we allowed to use those?
I don't see why not.
Well, alright. Advantage us.
Yeah, I'm putting. Wait.
Carpentry, let's go. Well, box making, I guess. It's a stepping stone.
It is.
Am I allowed to leave the classroom in order to fulfill the requirements?
No?
I just want to go out where there's ground.
No.
Damn it.
Am I allowed to leave the classroom on account of I don't want to do this?
No. I don't even know what you'd be rolling for this, but it's going to suck.
I don't know how I'm making this box now. I
Vault
knew
life.
if I could go outside.
Vault life. No, basic skills. Vault life.
Yeah. Sure.
Not that much, but 13.
It's not garbage. Cutting the wood with the safety snips proves hard, but you can make light daggers, so eventually you work out how to cheat. Right? Here we go.
Might just be a raw stat. I don't actually have a skill that
10
applies.
plus whatever it is.
Yeah, but I'm going to use power tools to achieve it in a faster time. Because I'm hoping if I can finish it fast enough, I can start Derek's tool rental.
Aha!
10 plus... I don't know what, actually.
Nothing then!
Technology?
No!
Dexterity?
No!
Fighting?
No!
Yeah, that wouldn't work. It's 10.
This class is not that productive,
Okay, but if this can add nothing to it, then it's 18.
except for Alvin, who's cobbled together a box. It's not the best box, but it's a box.
My box falls apart.
Now, the important thing is not actually the practical thing, but also like the other part of the lesson, which is doled out while this is going on, which requires an awareness check in order to learn it. But he's basically talking about, like, you know, he's got some terms he's throwing around. He's like, you know, here's like some of the tools that you will need to know about if you're ever discussing this kind of job where you might be
17.
11.
14.
Haven't.
You don't learn shit.
No. This is fun, though.
You know, dress appropriateness, usual safety regulations. You're not supposed to learn it all in one session here, man. Here you go. Then I believe it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime, and it is in fact at this time that Roxanne will get a call from Professor Maldred's office to go up there instead of having lunch, and everyone else can go have lunch if they want or do the things. Anne will sidle over to Bonnie and be like, I'm going to sit by you today.
Thank you.
Cool, you can tell me all about vault security and what you had to look out for.
I will explain.
She will listen attentively and fascinatedly, offering pertinent comments about how people might perhaps try to have gotten around such things and what you did to take care of.
Yeah, I'll explain that because, you know, it is a...
This is dangerous knowledge.
Well, we're never going back. I don't know what you're all talking about.
I go to Alvin's office.
Alvin's going to be focused on people who need like ice or help with the wrecking themselves trying to cut wood with the safety scissors and stuff like that.
That's alright, Picassoon's
Triage.
hands are just wrapped up in bandage.
Hey, guess how much gauze is on a roll? This much.
Do you want me to fix it for you?
The shop teacher said I'm not allowed. I have to learn from my mistakes.
I just don't know how you...
How was I supposed to know there was a power tool there? It's invisible.
Oh,
This is your fault.
It would have been making noise, is all I'm saying.
I was wearing the muff things.
Why? You weren't using any power tools.
You were right beside me. It was loud.
Anyway.
Yeah, up to Professor Madden's office and knock on the door.
Oh, he said to go in and wait.
Oh, go in and wait.
If you care, there is some correspondence on the disc you could leaf through, or are you being Little Miss Good Girl and not?
I'll glance at anything that's on the top, but I'm not going to touch anything.
Just that? Do you care?
Sure.
Do you care? Ah, good. Here we go. The bait is laid.
Did you want me to read it out?
Yeah, otherwise it's a bunch of dead air, isn't it?
Mildred Sama, I am troubled by recent queries into my personal love life. Rest assured, I am not likely to be the target of any romantic attempts, being the foreign girl. As you well know, I am too shy and lack confidence in those matters. I have resigned myself to dying alone. I am sure no student would even ask me to court with them. To the subject will never come up. Is it in frankness, I think? The broaching of the subject has only reminded me of my lonely unhappiness. Katoji Sho.
Nosy bitch. It's a few minutes later, Professor Mildred walks in.
I'll just like move my eyes from the thing to like, sir?
Well, puts in drawer. I trust you are enjoying your new wholesome safety lessons.
No, sir.
Perhaps you wish to leave the program.
No, sir. I just want it to go back to being how it was.
Progress is a wheel that only rolls forwards. You love it.
When it is progress, I do, sir.
Nonetheless, I have a break from the lessons prescribed if you're interested in an outside escapade. Of course, you will wish to carry on with your classes.
Is this just for me, or is it for the whole group?
It will be for a number of the group that will be chosen by a member of the group.
I live to serve, sir. If you need help with something,
You understand that this could mean missing the rest of your classes for the day.
I'll do catch up.
I want Mr. Strong to select a team of no more than 6 individuals to participate in a very special secret operation.
Any information beyond that?
You will need to detect and gain entrance to a facility thought to be in breach of the United States Code of Justice. This is an unofficial operation, and if you are caught, you will be convicted of a crime and sentenced to prison.
And of course, no knowledge of this conversation ever took place.
What conversation would that be?
Exactly.
I forbid Mr. Strong to pick the Midnight Boy.
Slight smirk.
If you succeed, it will go very well for your class. If you fail, it of course, will go very poorly. Further information can only be dispensed if your group proceeds onwards. Only those selected will be informed ahead of time.
Of course, that makes sense. May I ask a question, sir, before I go? Unrelated to what we didn't just talk about.
Very well.
I've received correspondence from somebody in Vault 21.
How fortunate.
Yes, it mentions that we are to be part of a liaison group who goes to meet with them when they come up. Do we have a date on that? Because this is the first I've heard of anything specific to that.
You won't be informed.
Very good. Thank you, sir. About face and Lee. And go and find...
Everyone else is in the lunchroom having a wonderful time.
Go find Derek.
He's right there, laughing and having fun. Joy on his face is a wonderment to behold.
Derek!
Yep.
In my quarters now. Private meeting.
Probably in trouble again.
Oh, you know it.
What did I do this time?
We'll talk about it in my
Was this for the
quarters.
face thing?
And just holds up the cone.
Alvin be sitting there helping somebody pick splinters out of him. Goes like,
Ow. Ow.
you did really well. I mean, you actually got splinters off with those
Ow.
safety scissors.
They're less safe than a saw would have been. Bonnie did fine. She's not all covered in stuff. Ow. Right. Wish I had a cool power. I mean, when I can use it, sure. Ah, can you imagine that sword thing cutting through? That probably would have gone very badly. Roxanne and Derek enter her mood-lit room.
Especially red, white, and blue.
How patriotic.
Of course. I will close and make sure the door is locked.
You put the underwear away.
She locks the door behind you both.
You know I'm not that into you, right?
Oh, God.
It's alright. I know it's tough to hear, but you can handle it.
Oh, you and Anne have a thing.
I don't know about that.
No, we don't.
It's a thing.
How did you get it?
No.
Just an ad-shaped hole in the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Computer mute all internal and external microphones to my quarters.
There are none, of course. Except mine.
Yeah, because what am I talking to you with?
Your mouth.
I didn't realize it could
Okay.
be that sassy.
Okay, Derek, you're not in trouble.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Professor Maldred has a special mission. He
Oh.
wants you to be in charge of picking a team.
Why do
for
I have to choose? The last time I chose, I took a bunch of kids into a horrifying mission, and they soiled themselves. Why am I being chosen
I
again?
guess he's evaluating your ability to...
Why me?
Maybe he sees something in you that no one else does.
Hey.
Smirk.
I see what you did there.
I'm glad. Means there's hope for you yet. So he wants you to choose a team of no more than 6. You're not allowed to choose Dex.
Shit.
That was specifically forbidden.
I would
and
have
all
loved
he's told me is that it's for an infiltration building it into a facility, and that is in breach of U.S. justice law.
Right.
And if we're caught, then we were never asked to do this, basically.
And we
We
probably
go to jail,
prison,
but we have to take the fall and say that we acted independently, never mentioned the facility, Professor Mildred, or anything else.
Right. Are we allowed to tell the people I pick at least that much before they commit? That's a lot to take on if you aren't aware of it.
You need to pick who you're going to pick, and then you can tell them what I've told you, but you're not allowed to just tell everybody what this is and then make a decision afterwards. Pick first, only tell the people that you pick.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to pick Alvin and Bonnie. And of course you, our glorious leader. You're not getting out of this one. If I'm going to prison because of this, then so are you.
That's fair enough. I need to take responsibility for you all, so...
That could be difficult.
Well, there you go. You've got 2 more at most you can take.
Having someone with a decent amount of computer skills would be good, but I don't want to take the kids into this one.
Johnny's not too bad at that.
Alvin actually...
It's really good at computers, yes.
Oh, hang on. Alvin did that self-destructory Madoo. So I think he could fill in for that kind of job, if he's willing. Dexy won't be too useful without Dex in proximity, right?
It's probably a good idea not to pick Dexy if you're not allowed to take Dex because of how they're linked.
Her ability could be useful, but we'll have to figure something else out. We really kind of got muscles sorted in a way.
With you.
Alvin. You. Body's not half bad, just had some training.
She can throw knives across them.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Throw knives across the room?
Nah, it's not as cool if you can't see them.
Sorry, I swing my arm and people just die. It's our natural causes it is. That's tricky. I'd like to take Harm if we could. If she'd
You
agree.
almost have to take Tom.
Right, and that could be a problem. I mean, Anne and Jen will be stuck together as well.
Indeed. Remember, this is an infiltration mission, so we need people who can sneak. I mean, Alvin's great at that.
Kichwa.
You don't think he'll stand out too much?
I've seen him able to dress down. Covers up alright. And if he doesn't want to be seen, he just isn't somehow.
That is true. Okay, so if you're going with Kichwa, who's the last one?
Who do you think would be a good pick?
This is your mission.
You should have
You've been specifically... Look, I'm not going to pick anybody because you've been specifically picked, but I will offer feedback on people like with the Keter situation there.
Yeah. Why do I have to be in charge of this? Shit.
Maybe he was impressed by the questions you answered on that test earlier today. Or yesterday.
I wouldn't be so sure of that one. I mean, I did forget to put my name and number on it. Didn't think it would be one of the questions.
Okay, let's run through this. You've counted out Weeks, Peterson, and Wanda because they're the young kids.
Yeah,
right?
I don't want them going to prison for this.
You've cut out the Keters and their Minders because they're linked. You've cut out Dex and Dexy because they're linked. So who you got left? You got Johnny, you got Stephanie.
Steph could be a good pick. She could work, but she's pretty good as a distraction and also as muscle if it comes to it. She can fly. I think I picked Steph. We probably won't run into any more of them aliens, right? So.
Oh, God.
I don't think that aliens would be guilty of what this is because I don't think aliens can be treasonous to America.
I don't know if it's treason. Right, well, I guess I'll have to go by and we'll round them up and see if they accept.
So let me get this straight. I just want to make sure I've got this right in my head. So for find and sneak into a facility, you've picked the player characters, obviously. And you've picked Kichwa and Stephanie.
Yeah. I would like to have, Jen would be great as an investigative aid, but then we have to take Anne, and also we'd have Akita on the team.
In my opinion, Stephanie's a
another kid.
fantastic pick because she's going to be more... Her knowledge of what actually is illegal and what we should be looking for as with her superhero background.
And her extra sensors and everything comes in with her power package. And then Kitra also comes with for some reason we need to make a Hail Mary shot. You can do it. And then Alvin's got
Alright,
the
so you just
pseudo-tech skills.
Get back to Professor Maldred, and the rest, the ones who were picked, get summoned. And there you are in the foyer with the ones you have picked.
Why am I getting the bad you've been volunteered vibes?
Don't look at me, I didn't
Because
pick
you have been.
Oh,
Just
God.
like right behind you.
Professor?
Miss Bradford, always a pleasure. Follow me. Walk away from his office into the teacher's residential area.
We've never been
Go
here.
all the way down through the curly corridor to the maintenance cupboard at the back. Open the door and go into the maintenance cupboard.
This is getting weirder.
This is not a place people will think to listen in, Mr. Strong. No doubt you are all wondering why you have been summoned here by Mr. Strong, who handpicked each of you.
Yes, I am wondering that.
I have
This
handpicked
is an
each of you.
operation that will be under the command of Roxanne Emery. I am choosing Alvin Clay as her 2IC because of the diversity of backgrounds you have.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also because the new mandate requires that at least one person of colour be assigned to every leadership team for diversity and inclusion.
Of course it is.
And since you are purple, you are a person of colour.
Isn't white a colour?
Yeah, no, it's a shade. The operation is as follows. We have received a whistleblower. Again, how many times do you need to do that in a day? Testing, you know. A facility has been operating an illegal genetic research and recombination laboratory somewhere in the vicinity of Cold Rocks. We have an indication as to where. You will need to gain entry to this facility, determine if it is performing illegal genetic experiments, specifically the creation of a mutated life form. Experimentation on an aware being without consent, express and informed. And slavery and torture. Experimental, medicinal, that sort of thing.
Sounds like a charming place.
You will need to recover evidence and return it to me. No other member of staff is aware that you will be going on this assignment. If you succeed, we will make it known, and you can bask in the adulation of your peers and the other students in your case.
And if we fail, we just...
Prison.
Right. of
Not a
course.
threat. If you fail, it is likely you will fail because you were detected, and we cannot officially investigate without a warrant. Strictly speaking, this is an illegal act. However, because of our special relationship with the Oversight Committee, we have a 90-day window of operation before we are required to inform them of it.
At the moment, until they change those rules.
So you have chosen this team for an infiltration into a top-secret science facility.
I have. I wasn't willing to take any of the kids along with the threat of failure on this one. Not after the last one.
As minors, of course. They could not be tried as an adult.
Who's to say they didn't end up in that facility after we were discovered?
I appreciate the forethought and forbearance you have finally begun to employ, proving that this responsibility should be thrust upon you at every opportunity.
Crap.
No, don't be like them.
Assume this is a strictly observe and report. Bring back the evidence mission. Do
Oh
not
no,
act on
Miss
anything.
Emery, your squad is authorized to go, as the young people like to say, full baloney. Pork? Ham? Full ham.
Sorry, I had the
Right.
joke
So,
thing
see-
on the mouse.
What's full ham?
You may, at the discretion of your team, perform any action normally allowed to you.
Is my punishment waived for this operation?
And what if it was not, Mr. Strong?
It would make things more difficult in the event of a sudden emergency.
I am minded to suspend your punishment while on this operation. The remaining students will be told you are being taken away for sensitivity and training seminars. Mr. Strong, because of your violent nature and stupidity. Mr. Clay, because of your animosity with a certain other team member, which I will not mention the name of Ms. Emery.
I'm sure
Ms.
we
Bradford,
think
because the socialization will be necessary. And Ms. Emery, well... And what about personable, handsome me? You keep disappearing and nobody knows where you are. That's Deerfoot. And I need sensitivity training because... I'll work it out later. Well, I guess you would all like to know where it is you are going.
That would help.
We do not know who is operating this facility. That can't be right. Aha. But you will be heading into Jacksonville, Cold Rocks, Nevada. We are told the facility is underground, hidden in a joculator's supply facility known as Big Bottom Bozo's Clown Supplies and Holdings.
Oh, jocular isn't funny. Right.
A clown is a thing we have to horrify people.
It's effective.
You will be pleased to note it is not a yellow duck.
Derek seethes with internal rage.
Oh, he's seething.
Give me more dog on us.
How long have we got before?
I would like you to be back tonight, but I understand if you want to take all weekend.
We'll try and get it done quick.
Try and get it done right.
That too.
Incidentally, you did not show up for your writing last night, Miss Emery.
Oh, that was last night. Apologies, we were delayed in the danger room by an unexpected hiccup.
Greasers.
Oh, yes. I
Space
understand you
greasers.
were all enjoying an amusement.
Yes, sock hopping.
They still do those, huh? So long as I suppose you enjoyed yourselves in your unsupervised time.
Oh, it must have been supervised because we...
Oh no, the danger room is never supervised by a technician after hours.
Then why did the danger room ramp up to 26?
User error is usually to blame. Anyway, I am sending you off on your mission now. You'll open the door. You're on the surface.